on the seven seas, a mystical quest to the Isle of Tortuga, raving like a swing on the ocean's breeze. Oh, from the day he was born, he yearned for adventure. Oh, Captain Jack, giving them what for? He's the pauper of the surf, the jester of Tortuga, but is Davy Jones' locker what lies in store? This is the tale of the Disney marauder, the true pirate lord, the crustacean king, dismissed as a fool and then hailed as a hero. Sir Captain Jack lives on in you and me.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gootz Disney Pod. We're back. Last week was the best of. Hope you enjoyed the best of Wreck-It Ralph. But now we're back with Christina, and we're covering the final Pirates film. Yo, for real, it feels like we watched 20 of these fucking movies.
And you know what? You know where they say something like, "Do I love you because you're beautiful, or are you beautiful because I love you?" Right? So it's like, did I think that this was the best Pirates movie because it was the last one and I'm finally done, or was it the best one?
Because it was actually good.
Like, yeah. But for real though, 10 stars. Loved it.
You
Loved
like
it.
this one?
I liked it.
I like the ending. I thought it had a really
Oh, the ending was like really great, but
I
like
thought it had a really
what?
good ending where he's back on the ship. The family's reunited. Will's son is now banging Barbosa's daughter, which I didn't expect that he was gonna start that they're all now gonna be related. All these people. Everyone in movies
Oh,
always
I
winds
knew
up
they
being
were gonna.
related.
They were definitely.
No, I didn't expect her to be Barbosa's daughter when she first showed up. The chick.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I didn't really put that together either. But then I was like, what is this? Like, because even my boyfriend came in on the half of it. I watched an hour of it yesterday just to make sure I could get an hour of it out of my fucking face, right? I was like, let me just put on an hour of this before I go to work because I just like
Mhm.
don't have time for this, right? I'm not even gonna play a game with this. How long is this movie? How long is this
2
one?
hours. 2 hours, like 6
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, not too bad, right?
Not too bad. Not compared
Again,
to the other
I
ones.
and I sit here and tell you honestly, they didn't miss a lick of it. I don't need, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm sitting here like I could have used 20 more minutes of that though. Like
No.
out of all the movies. No, I'm totally good on it. Totally,
Yeah.
totally good on it.
Yeah. I did like when I got to the ending. I'm like, they really don't need to make any more of these. They don't need to They don't need to bring in Margot Robbie with a female crew. They should just end it
No.
right here and
And I
just
don't think there's anything else to do with like aquatics, like just in that world, in the aqua world,
yeah, yeah.
underwater world. I
Mhm.
think now, because what is the most majestic thing you've ever seen ever is what you think would be the most majestic thing, and my opinion would be like, yes, parting the sea, like that is the coolest fuck. I've always loved that part of the Bible.
Mhm.
That to me is
Ten
like the most
Commandments.
bitchin', yeah, the most bitchin' part of the Bible, like
Mhm.
someone parted the sea. There's also like some kids book that has like a kid that drank up the sea like in his cheeks, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and held it. And I
Oh, I remember
always,
that book. I remember that book.
yeah, you remember? And I always loved that
That
one
was
too because I was like, I just would love to walk on the bottom of the sea. Like that is just so freaking cool, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And I love that part. And
Yeah.
I think that they did now what they did with what's his name? Salazar. What they
Mhm.
did with Salazar's crew was fucking cool. The way that Salazar looked was fucking cool.
Mhm.
That was
Mhm.
really cool. I loved that.
That
The
was
way that they
cool.
were like disappearing, like kind of like ashes, you
I
know,
like the
and
way the sharks, where you could see like the
oh
sharks
my God, the
attacking.
shark. That's what I mean. Like, what else could they do to wow us as far as like, special effects? That was
Yeah.
like the epitome to me. And even my boyfriend said it. He was like, "Is this like really cool? Like, this looks really good." I was like, "I don't know. It's because we watched so many of them, but yeah, this is finally, in this year when they made it. This was 2017, right?
Yeah. 20. Yeah. 5 years ago. Yep.
This is 5 years ago. they really like this is as far as you could take the pirates. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it
Hmm.
looked good, and those sharks were fucking dope. Like all of a sudden, we didn't even know about them. All of a sudden, they're being used as a weapon. You know, they go down like where the fucking cannons are, and they pull out these dead ass sharks decaying. We see ribs. We see same as the ship, same as the crew, and they throw him in there. He gives an order to just kill the sparrow, and they come to life, and they are on your ass.
Yeah. And then the other thing was like they went back in time and you saw like a de-aged Johnny Depp, like Johnny Depp, how he looked in the 90s as Jack
They
Sparrow.
always give us a fucking different Johnny Depp. They can't help it. They were like, but, and I know we've given you more than one. We've given you
Hmm.
this one, we've given you that one. What about, though, Johnny Depp as a little baby you might want to still have sex with, huh? I mean, he's
Yeah.
still a pirate. He's still, it was, yeah, it was weird. And it was that, like, it was that, I don't know if you follow that page on Instagram, Mystery Giraffe, like where they put the other face on somebody else. Like they put like Steve Harvey on Meg the Stallion's face, you know?
No, no, I've never seen that.
I'll send it to you later, but it
Okay.
looked like that, like where they superimpose, you know, like a deep fake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It was good. It looked good. It was still weird.
No, no, it look no, no. It's because they do the de-aging and like they're trying to make him look like he looked in the 80s, but like if he was dressed like Captain Jack, but he
But
never
really
dressed
he
like
just looked
Captain.
like really he just looked like Sonic the Hedgehog, like his eyes were too big. Right? Didn't he look like a bad animation or
Yeah.
you know, it
Hmm.
didn't sometimes like some certain ways that he moved, it was like the eyes are way too big right there.
So the basic plot of this one is it's 20 years after part three, and Will's son is looking for the trident of Neptune so
Yeah,
he
they
can
set
free.
the scene when he's like a baby crying, talking about basically giving Will the same promise that Will gave his dad. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? When he ended up taking over the ship, and he doesn't want him to end up doing the same thing.
Yeah, he wants to free him. So looking for the trident. Somehow they get involved with Barbossa's daughter because she's going to be hung for being a witch. Johnny
She's just
Depp.
like, I guess her downfall is just being like so fucking smart. They think you're a witch. Like that was the thing back in the day too. They were like, hey bitch, don't tell them you can read, don't tell them you can do a lot of shit, because then they're gonna be like, you know what, you are highly skilled, talented, and you know, like more intelligent than everyone in the room. So you've got to be from the
You've got to
bowels
be
of
a
hell.
witch.
Like you've
There's
got to
no
be
way
a
you
witch,
just.
and you've got to die.
Yeah.
So not only are you a witch, but I'm gonna kill you this afternoon. Like you're
Yeah.
gonna die immediately. All I gotta do is yell witch, and
Hmm.
they're gonna fucking hang you.
Yeah. 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 Oh, you have half a brain? Definitely a witch. Kill this bitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, they're gonna hang her. Johnny Depp, Will's son rescued. I don't even know what the fuck Will's son. Do you remember what the name of the son was?
Henry.
Henry. Okay. Henry saves them, and then they go look for the trident. They team up with Barbosa. They go after Javier Bardem, and then they part the sea
Which,
and they
by the way,
free.
just kudos to Javier. He is
Hmm.
so good at anything he does.
He
So,
really
like,
is.
not only did the crew look, you know, crazy cool, you know,
Hmm.
like with that disappearing shit, but like half of his head is gone, and like his hair is like, it's like going all up. Like, they all look like they're underwater, even when they're not. And that's what looks
Hmm.
cool. But also, he's like dripping this like black blood type shit out of his mouth. It's so disgusting and cool. Like it looked so fucking good. He was
Javier
he was
Bardem.
scary. He was scary.
Yeah, he always gives 110. He always looks like that's why when they casted Ricky Ricardo in the new Lucy movie, I'm like, well, was Ricky Ricardo a serial killer? Because are they trying to tell us that this dude was murdering bitches between
This
takes
guy
on
is
I Love Lucy?
so intense.
Because he
Like
always just looks
so
like a
good.
guy you don't want to fuck with.
Well, remember when I said that I really loved Blackbeard, and like he's and just even him as an actor, I'm like, oh, this guy's so good. He really plays like
Hmm.
psycho crazy good.
Hmm.
But he looks like a caricature next to Javier. Like
Yes.
next to Captain Salazar, he looks like a little like pew, like get out of here, you little fucking whatever you are. You're not even scaring anybody.
Yeah. No. No. Nobody's scary. Davy Jones, the British Navy. Nobody's
None of
scary
them
once
none
Salazar
of them
shows
are
up.
scary once
Yeah.
Salazar shows up. That was a
Because
real movie. That didn't even have to look like it was Disney-ish. You know what I mean?
yes. Yeah.
When Javier's on screen, it does not give Disney.
Well, this is also the first movie they made after they started making Marvel films and Star Wars films. So I felt like
Oh, it's infinitely better.
it felt like they could be a little bit more hardcore with like the sexual innuendo and the violence and the dangers, because they're already putting out Marvel movies where people are getting shot and murdered under the Disney banner, and the same thing with Star Wars. So
Yeah.
they kind of, I felt like they were a little bit more like, yeah, some motherfuckers might die in this movie. We don't know. We
Me
don't know.
too.
Yeah.
Like they had a lot of people dying in the other movies just by like you're going overboard, the cannons, whatever, like the shipwrecks. But whereas in this movie, I mean, at one point there's a scene where Javier's like, every time I tap my motherfucking knife to the ground, my dead ass ghost crew is gonna stab one of your crew.
Yeah.
And he did it like, I don't know, like 15 times. So there was like so much stabbing,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
so much slicing,
Mhm.
you know. They introduced the guillotine as well, you know what I mean? So they're
Oh
already
yeah,
like,
they're
oh
gonna
yeah,
they're
we're
gonna
chopping
cuddle, and
heads.
there's heads in the thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they really did, yeah, Disney, they
They,
went out on
they
that win.
they went for it in this movie. They weren't like, yeah, whatever.
It's really good. And again, I don't know if I'm saying that because I've been beaten down by every other version of this
I think
movie.
we might have been beaten down. I think we might.
Yeah, like they're like, look, they're just gonna be so happy. Like Javier is such a breath of fresh air, though. Gosh,
Yes,
I just love him.
yes, he's dope. Javier is dope. Johnny Depp is dope. Honestly, the two new kids really did nothing for me. It just kind of felt like they were like, fine, give us people who kind of resemble Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley.
And then they can be their kids.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah.
then yeah, like something like that. Like, and I love, and I bet Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley are like, what we're in, they want us to be in the last Pirates film. Let me see the script. And they're like, you can see the script if you want, but you guys aren't until like the last page. Sorry, Orlando, you're in like the first page, but then only that page, and then the last page. And they're like, okay, send us the script because now I'm really into it, but just send us those 2 pages. And it's like, if I'm them, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. Just all I gotta do is just be there at the end. Thank you.
Keira Knightley had no lines. Her forehead got big as fuck. Looks like she's going bald.
Her forehead had yeah, her hairline had receded a bit
Yeah,
at that point.
it was wild, like how it was wild how different she looked in the from 10 years, the 10 years that passed. Um,
Yeah, I really hate that that happens to just bodies and faces. I've been noticing that a lot lately. Maybe it's because I just turned 36, but I'm just like, yeah, the older you get, the bigger your face gets, and I don't like that. That sucks. Like, why does that have to happen? No wonder people are always like cutting into themselves because they're like, no, I saw a picture of myself from the side and I look like a fucking loaf of bread.
I would
Like, I don't even.
I would have loved it. I know like people would have been pissed, and I'm sure Keira Knightley would have been livid, but I would have loved it if, when Johnny Depp saw her, he's like, "Ooh, dodged the bullet there." Oh, glad she
Right?
picked Will.
It was so, but it was such a beautiful
I'm
moment.
Asian so much better.
And then, Orlando Bloom, Will, is wearing one of those, I guess we're to believe that he's sold and been at sea for so long, his hair so long,
Hmm.
and he's wearing one of those fuck, what is that? Brett Michaels
Oh yeah, the do
style
rag. He's wearing a do rag.
bandana,
Hmm.
silk scarf.
He's wearing the middle aged man bandana.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, they got him
So
wearing that.
yeah, the daughter, I don't know, Barbosa, it's fucked up how he died, but I guess, it's like it was his noble
I, I
thing.
I I still don't know. Was this guy a zombie the entire time?
I'm lost as
I'm
well.
still not
Like I
clear.
don't
Like, wasn't
understand
he already dead this
where
entire?
he like unzombied.
Yeah, because he like, I guess, unzombied. I guess maybe they brought him back for three. They unzombied him, but why couldn't she just bring her own back like that? This bitch. The
Yeah, I was
the
and
voodoo
then
the voodoo lady who died never. But by the way, she never came back. Her
yeah, I
and
was a
Zoe
little
Saldana
bit
just never came back.
yeah, I was a little bit annoyed by that just for the
Mhm.
simple fact that to me, I didn't want to meet a new witch that I didn't understand where they came from, what's their
Oh yeah,
story.
yeah, he had a new witch. That's right.
What the hell was that about? Like, I'm
Hmm.
not saying that I hated it. I'm just saying like, who was that?
I almost
Like,
feel like they wrote in the witch from two and three, and the actress was like, "Nah, nah, nah, fuck you guys." So they had to like just bring in a new actress. And
who?
like,
No, I don't think they did that at all. I think they decided they were done with that bitch, and that is so not cool. I don't even think that. That is not the energy I'm feeling from that at all. I did not.
okay,
I did not. I don't know. Like I liked that shit written all over her head and face, I guess. Like it looked like someone that was drawing a book and their illustrations were all red, and that was the
Hmm.
part of the book where like there's just a bunch of like clotheslines all over. It looked like a bunch of clotheslines on
Yeah,
her face and clothes like hanging off of it from far away, you know? And I
I
didn't
feel like
understand it. Like I didn't understand their chords. I didn't
Mhm.
understand their connection, her and
No,
Barbosa.
me neither.
I was really lost on that. But you
Yo,
know,
I
a
feel
two
like all these movies need like a handbook before you turn them
right?
on.
'Cause I'm like, who the fuck was that?
I like there's so many scenes in these movies where characters are just explaining shit to each other that like you never see on the screen. They're just like, oh
Well,
yeah,
and it's
we
also like, well, yeah, I guess it's not even the most natural way to be speaking. It's like, you remember
you
how it
remember
all
there's
went
a trident
down,
what we have to get for you to be the king of devotion, and then but Will wants it. I mean, what whatever the fuck the son wants it to free Will.
Henry.
And then Jack Sparrow wants it. Why? Who knows? We have to have him in the movies. So we
Right. Well, it's
everybody always is
always
like, I need Jack Sparrow to get this, and then Jack Sparrow just constantly fucks up the mission. I'm like,
it's always like his last dying, he needs it so he doesn't die. Like he's about to
Jack
die.
Sparrow.
Yeah, every time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the movie opens up and I was like, this is the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest bank robbery ever, by the way. Like
Yeah.
they go to steal this vault,
Mm-hmm.
as they're bragging about this is how you know the vault's about to be stolen because this whole town has come to meeting for them to talk about how awesome this vault is, how nobody could ever break into this motherfucking vault, and no one's ever gonna rob their town because of this vault. So you already know you're like, oh, someone's gonna steal this vault right fucking now.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack Sparrow's in it, and then it's like now they're gonna like pull the vault through town, I guess, but they end up accidentally taking like the entire building and then dragging him along. And the whole time I'm like, but the fucking thing is opened. Like,
Yeah.
so of course by the time that they get to where they're going, it's like one coin in there.
Mm-hmm.
That to me was the dumbest shit ever. I'm sorry. That opening, I was like, what in the
Well,
fuck?
they always have Jack Sparrow do an incredibly dumb mission to start
It
these
has to be some
movies.
sort of
So he
hijinks.
gets caught, so he meets up with the hero of the real hero of the movie.
Right.
And then like we should and then the hero's always like, I need you, Jack, to get the fucking Diggy so I can free the
I've been looking for you. What a coincidence we both be in the same barracks.
yeah, because that actually happens in all these fucking movies where Jack Sparrow gets arrested and yeah, and then like and then he just constantly betrays the person he's supposed to be helping. And they're just like
Yeah.
every 2 minutes, like, but I need you. Why do you need this guy?
It's the betrayal for me. Barbosa is flagrant with his betrayals. I'll say
Mhm.
this in every movie, he always has been. But it's like in this one he's like, "Oh my God, begging Captain Salazar not to kill him and begging to be able to go to shore to return with Jack Sparrow to um Captain Salazar."
Mhm.
And as soon as he gets on land, he's like, yeah, what we need to do is get the Black Pearl and get on that motherfucker. Get about. He's like, they're like, damn, you about to betray the dead, but you did promise. He's like, bitch, I'm Barbosa. I'll betray anybody. I've been sailing with my daughter for 3 days. I haven't even told the bitch.
I
I'm
haven't even
cold
told her she's
blooded.
my daughter.
I'm cold blooded.
Mhm.
I don't care.
I don't. By the way, did we ever find out who the mom was or no?
They said Margaret Smith. He told Jack Sparrow to shut up, and then we did not. That's another one. Like
Are we supposed to know who Margaret Smith is?
I don't even know.
Was she in
'Cause
like
that
part three or something or part four?
Like, that's just not even fair to not elaborate on, though. Like, who the fuck is her mom?
I think they thought they were gonna get another movie to like be like, here's the mom, and they were gonna like bring in I don't know
Here's the mom.
Roseanne or some shit as the
I
mom. I
don't
don't know.
I don't understand that part either. I was a little
Mhm.
bit annoyed by the fact that I didn't know more about Barbosa and like when that even happened. But then again, it's like I thought he was dead.
Yeah, I thought he was just a zombie walking around the earth, and
Like anybody who really loves his movies are gonna be like, these fucking idiots did a podcast on it and they don't even get it. They
they
don't
don't
even
get the intricacies of the Pirates universe.
They don't even they think Barbosa's still dead. They're so
They don't
stupid.
understand that in part three, when the voodoo bitch hit the thing on the Houdini, it restored his
Yeah.
soul.
Yeah. So I don't know. But the whole thing is getting the trident so that they can That's the thing, though. The kids don't know how to use the trident or what will happen. They just know that if they get it, it's the most powerful thing in the sea.
Yes.
But how they end up using it is, they come to the conclusion at the last final second, which always happens, that if they break it, they break all curses in the sea.
Yeah.
Captain
All the
Salazar and
curses.
everybody. Yeah. So then it's like, okay, what if someone gets cursed after you break it?
Well,
Now
no, I
that
guess you
curse.
can't. I guess you can't. You got to curse people on land now because the sea curses don't work.
Oh, I guess that is right.
Yeah. But what if some curses were like keeping monsters at bay? Like what if
True.
the Loch Ness monster can't rise up because of the curse, but now you lifted the curse, Loch Ness monster can eat.
Right. They're like,
That
this
must
is
have been the
perfect.
sequel that they got
Yeah,
to
they're like,
put back
this
the
is
curses.
perfect. All we have to do is break the trident and we break all the curses. And that's great because we only care about a few curses here right now.
Not there's some
Like,
curses that were working.
don't act like you're not going to need the sea. Like, y'all don't have air travel yet. So you fully use that as your highways to
Yeah,
get from port to port. So, like, that's a really good point. I don't know if this was a great idea.
yeah.
Like, they
It's
broke that
maybe like
so fast that I was concerned. I was like, oh man, what if that's going to backfire on us? Like, what if that was bad that we broke that? That's kind of bad, right?
mhm. By the way, who made all like these sea rules? Like, was there like a sea like a court officer who's like,
Again, this is again, a key would be super helpful here.
yeah, like it's like if you find if this will break the curses, but
Why the
also
fuck
like
is the trident? Why the fuck is the trident just laying around anyways? Who just put it there? Like, why
there's
is
all
it
like
just there?
there's the Fountain of Youth, there's the Kraken. Yeah, what if the curse like unleashes the Kraken?
Yeah,
Because the
we'll
Kraken
never know.
was he dead? Did they kill the Kraken?
I don't even
I can't
know.
remember.
I feel like they just like hid it enough
You
that it
know what?
like
Those two middle movies are really
those will
rough.
work. Yeah,
2 and 3.
those will work. Yeah,
Those are like that is some shit. That is some heavy shit. Those 2 and 3 are like really rough and long and not good.
yeah, and not good. Most
Not
importantly,
good. They're
and
really
not good.
bad. 3 is really really bad.
Mm.
Like I remember like I'm listening. So when the movie ends, that there's that song that and that music like really reminds you of like action and adventure. And I'm like,
Yeah,
but like these movies don't really have that much action. It's usually just people on a ship like telling each other about curses, and then Jack Sparrow hits on the girl, and the
right.
girl. I did like Jack Sparrow. I did think it was funny that like Jack Sparrow, like when she was undressing, he's like, "Go away, keep
Yeah, yeah,
undressing."
yeah. I love that, and then I love that the kid was excited. He's like, I just saw her fucking ankle.
Yeah. And
That
Jack
was
Sparrow's like,
funny.
if you shut your mouth, we would have saw more.
Yeah, true. That
I
was funny.
I just love that Jack Sparrow hits on everyone, even like girls like 20 years young. He just doesn't give a fuck. And then like when
He
he's
doesn't
describing
care.
the mom, he's like, she has like the nice tits, and the son's like, yeah, that's my mom, that's my mom, that's my mom. But you gonna help me? Like,
Right.
mm-hmm. It is kind of yeah, but I'm just glad these are over. You know what? I gotta be honest. I know there's the rumor a couple weeks ago they wanted to give Johnny Depp 200 million to do the Pirates film. I would say whoever
No
suggested that
fucking
should be
way.
fired.
Yeah.
We don't need
I
anymore.
just, you know what? Whoever suggested that, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say maybe they said it as a joke.
You
And
know, like
some
200
other,
million. How many children you could feed for 200 million? Do we really need a sixth pirate film so Johnny Depp can stand there while someone explains to him why they need the while they because they're out of items for the sea. They're probably gonna have to start
that's what
getting
I
like
mean. Like, what's up with we
The blood of Jesus or something. To
yeah, like we've lost the trident. We've
Mhm.
lost the witch. Barbosa is dead. Like
Will's
Captain
back with his family.
Salazar, who right, Will is back with Kira Knightley. Henry is with Karina Barbosa, who she
Mhm.
she's like trying.
The mermaid bitch. Well, the only loose thing is Penelope Cruz, who wasn't seen in this one. She's out there still,
I guess so. And I guess she's
but who
just
gives
living
a
her.
fuck?
Oh, she's just on that island still.
Yeah, but she could get out. I mean, it's been 11 years though, so who knows?
Yeah, I think she just died there.
She just that'd be funny if they did. No, she's dead. She just died.
Yeah, I think she just died there.
Jack
She was
Sparrow killed that
marooned.
bitch.
Jack Sparrow's like, and isn't that like the worst death ever? Because it's like, I mean, you could live. I'm not gonna be around to find out. I'm just gonna leave you right here, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fuck, man. Yeah, but I really just don't give Johnny Depp 200 million. Just don't. Let's just move on. I know people are acting like I remember like when the trial started, people were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we're not going to see another Johnny Depp Pirates film," and I'm like,
Did
"Yo,
they
if anything."
specifically pirates? Like Johnny Depp, yes, but specifically
Yeah.
pirates. Wow.
Yo, I gotta. If anything, if Amber Heard caused the end of this franchise, then I think her work was justified. I think she did a good job.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't
I
know if
don't
I'm
need to see any
that
more of these.
upset about that. Yeah, I don't. I am wondering though. What do you think of taking pirates out of the equation? What do you think is going to be the next genre that Johnny Depp does? Because what was the last movie that he did before
He
this
was in the Harry
trial?
Potter films, and they replaced him.
No, no, no. What's the last movie that he made before he this trial started?
The
Was it
a
Harry
Harry
Potter?
Potter film. Yeah, it was
Oh,
the Crimes of Griswold or some shit. He was like the head villain, and they
mm,
replaced him with Mads Mikkelsen in this movie, the new one that just came out.
uh-huh. So, oh, okay. I think that if I could guess, I would say, you know what his safest bet is? You know what he should do? A Tim Burton. We all love Johnny Depp with that Tim Burton.
Yeah, that or just go back to horror because horror just do like a horror film because nobody gives a fuck. Like horror will always fuck with you. It doesn't the horror genre will always fuck with you. They don't give a fuck.
I don't know if you'd want to do horror because, like, I don't know. I don't know about that. I also love when he does stuff where he like transforms his look. You know what I mean? It looks
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
totally different. I love that.
That would be good. He'll get something. I think for a minute it's gonna be like an indie film, but like
Yeah,
then eventually, like once this whole thing blows over, they'll bring him back. I just don't want to. I feel like they're gonna. I feel like people. I don't know why people like these movies. Can I be like these movies are what they are? I don't know why people like these movies so much that like they dress up like Captain Jack Sparrow. I mean, I like Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't like anything else in these movies.
true.
I just like Johnny Depp drunkenly stumbling through these
So, what
movies.
do you think? Okay, so other characters that he's done that people kind of like dress up like
I
still.
mean, maybe Edward Scissorhands too. The guy's still
I could
alive.
like Edward Scissorhands. I would watch a sequel to.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch a sequel to. Hmm, I don't know.
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow could be cool. Possibly, ooh, Crybaby. I loved him in Crybaby.
I never saw that. I know you told me it's good though.
It's so good.
Uh,
What about what else did he do?
he did a lot of He did Chocolate and Don Juan, and he did a
Hmm.
lot of romantic movies.
He needs to do, I like when he does cartoons too, like when he does
Yeah, he could do
the
the Corpse Bride too.
I love Corpse Bride, you know that.
Sweeney Todd. He did the Sweeney Todd, which everyone hates. I thought that was good.
I fucking thought Sweeney Todd was great.
Yeah,
I can't believe
people didn't
people hate
like
it
it
so
for some
much.
reason. People are weird, man. People are
Yeah,
weird.
people are weird. I loved him in Sleepy Hollow. I thought that was great. Christina Ricci in Sleepy Hollow was amazing. Her chest, amazing.
Yeah, well, her chest's always amazing. Yes.
Yeah, she's so cute.
You know what he'd be good as the dad if they ever went like back to big budget Adams Family movies. He'd be good as the dad.
Yes, right? He
Mm-hmm.
would.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I love that.
How about him as the dad and Christina Ricci as Morticia?
Ah, that's so cute. But you know
Yeah.
what? Christina Ricci's really short. So maybe we need someone a little taller. What about him as the dad? Who else could we
Mm-hmm.
use?
Well, I only suggest Christina Ricci as Morticia because she was Wednesday Adams. So it's like it comes
Mm,
full circle. Oh
yeah, it
shit,
could come
TikTok
full
blowing up.
circle.
TikTok blowing up. What up, son? How
Mhm.
about who else is tall?
Like taller, I feel like. Or I guess it really doesn't matter because probably he's not even tall.
Yeah, you don't really need you can just fake it.
Yeah,
Like
Christina
Tom
Ricci
Cruise, they've
would
been
be
faking
good.
shit with Tom Cruise for years. That guy's a midget, and they're like
Yo, dead ass. I want to
they
see
have
that.
him like choking out fucking MMA fighters in movies.
Yeah, yeah, he's so little.
Yeah, you just fake it. Yeah.
Damn. I don't know. I got to think about that. But I would love to see Johnny Depp as the dad in the Adams Family.
What about Johnny
That's
Depp as Freddy
perfect.
Krueger? Because he started in the Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Ooh. Ooh, that would be cool.
Now
I
you
would
make
fuck with
him
that.
Freddy.
Yeah, I would seriously fuck with that.
That would be good. Yeah, there's a lot of things. I just, Amber Heard really fucked him. I think he'll recover from it. But like, this is the thing. Like I said, once a woman accuses you of crazy shit, it takes a lot to get out of it because now people just want to like believe
Yeah.
that. No matter
Yeah.
they just want to believe. I mean, people
Well, and never underestimate the power of, the hater. It's like imagine if it's like you're just always like, yeah, I just never really have liked that guy or that girl or that performer, you know what I mean? And I just really I don't know what it is about them. Everybody loves them, but I just never
Mhm.
really liked them.
You
And then
see how
something like that.
everyone turned on Dane Cook this week.
What happened?
Dane Cook got engaged to a girl that's 23, and he was like, "We've been dating for 5 years." So they did the math, and she was 18 when they started dating, and he's 50 right now. And they're like, "Oh, he's a pervert. He's a pedophile. He's this." And I'm like,
He's
when I was
nothing
at
but
Carol,
he's nothing but screwed. He's 50 and he just married a 23-year-old,
yeah,
okay? That bitch is gonna do whatever in the fuck she wants to. She has no morals or values, okay?
yeah,
I'm telling you, everyone's been 23 before, and you know good and damn well you could never handle something as serious as the institution of marriage with somebody who probably like owns a shit ton of property and cars and all
hmm
this other kind of extra shit, and you want to be with a 23-year-old. Have whether you've been with them since they were 18 or not, you've groomed them or not, whether any of that shit, it is what it is. Best of
I,
luck to you.
I'll say this, yo. When I started Caroline's, Dane Cook was the big headliner, right? His weekends were
Mhm.
like all hands on deck, and everyone through that door was hot as fuck. Every chick was hot as fuck, and there were some. And again, I was no, I was 22 back then. Holy fuck.
Mhm.
I was younger than this bitch that he's marrying. And there was some even like some hot like 16, 17-year olds that back then I wouldn't have been able, if they like threw themselves at me, my head would have exploded. But they were all throwing themselves from 14 to 40. They were throwing themselves at this dude. And I would have to stay till the very end. And he didn't leave with any of these chicks. He could have. They waited for him. He just
Mm.
went home alone. He had a dog. He had little like he had an ugly fucking dog actually, to the point where
Wait,
Kenny
I had a cold brew. Can I just pee for 2 seconds? I'm so
pee
sorry.
for
Give me
two
2 seconds.
seconds. All
I'm
right,
sorry. Oh, it was so bad. I was like standing.
Christina's back from her piss break. Yeah. So like, dude, and this is like 2-3 years. This motherfucker isn't leaving or waiting for one little girl, and he could have, and to the point where Curtis
Right.
thought he was gay. So like, my thing is, he had plenty of opportunities to be a pedophile, and he didn't. So is
Well,
it
hold
weird?
on, hold on, hold on.
But
People just can't like call that being. See, that's what I can't stand about people. You
yeah,
can't just call that being a pedophile. If she was 18,
yeah.
like if this is we spoke about this before,
Mm-hmm.
where I'm like, yes, as a 35-year-old, I was 35 then, I'm 36 now. But as a 35-year-old, dating a 19-year-old would be like not even a thing that I could
Mm-hmm.
do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas when I was 19, I was dating a 35-year-old and you couldn't tell me nothing. Like I was like,
Mm-hmm.
are you fucking ridiculous? Like what's wrong with that? Couldn't see what might have been an issue there. However, no matter what people could say, one thing they could say was that it was not a problem because
Mm-hmm.
that's two adults
Yeah.
legally.
Yes.
As an 18-year-old, now if someone wants to, do that and see how it looks and know what it is, like then that is what it is.
Yeah, I think there needs to be a difference between pedophile and just being
You
uh,
can't
a,
just like
a
you can't
retarded
just like
50-year-old.
be yeah, you can't just like be thank you.
Yeah, he's
Exactly.
just retarded. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That
You
he
can't
wants
just
to marry
like
this. He's
like
mentally ill.
did you see like Tyrese was like with this younger chick, she's in her 20s, Tyrese is
Mm-hmm.
in his 40s,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, they broke up and it's very public. It's like on social media and stuff. And basically, she's just like, has posted recently that she's really sorry and she's made all these mistakes. And it's like, at the same time, like, bro, you, not just even you, like many other 40-year-old men, are like dating these young women and being like, man, she just wasn't ready for me. That's exactly correct. You are 20 years older than her. She is not ready for what you're
Or
bringing to.
30 in the case of Cook. Yeah.
Right. Like you don't she's not doing the same thing as you. Now if things change later and people are like and he wants to say like, "Oh, yeah, that's fucked up because that wasn't the same person that
Mm-hmm.
you were." Yeah, she's going to probably evolve two more times like you had the chance to do.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to do the exact same thing. She's
Mm-hmm.
going to grow just like you did. She's going to do fucked up things sometimes. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
one year she's just going to be like, "Fuck the dumb shit. I'm going to do whatever I want." Shit.
I
I'm
remember. I
I'm Dane
forget.
Cook's wife. I'm Mrs. Cook.
I think it was some female comic. I don't know if this was an argument I had in real life or on Twitter, but somebody wrote like my grandfather was like 35 and my grandmother was 16 and they got married. He groomed her. And I'm like, all right, I think I said, all right, but they were together for 50 years and they had a family, right? So it worked out. So it's not weird. No, it was weird. So what you're saying is you don't want to exist? What you're saying is your whole family shouldn't exist? Because it clearly, I know it started weird, but it worked out.
Right. Are you saying that like right before either one of their deaths that, they expressed some sort of like save me
No,
mentality?
no, they were just happy. They were fine with what happened with them.
That's
And
what I mean though. Back in the day, it's something different. That was
but
always
but my thing is if okay, so like if I don't know, an 80-year-old and a
this is
19-year-old
where we
get
become too woke. You know what I'm
I know
saying?
an
We're
an
like,
80-year-old and a 19-year-old get married and they have 20 fucking great years, and then the guy dies at 100, and then the girl at 39 just goes on with her life. But she's like,
oh,
you know what? I had a great 20 years with that
you
guy.
are so generous. And no one, see, this is the thing, right? No one is like your dad
No,
and
I know. But what I'm
gonna
saying
pass
is,
away when he's 132.
but I'm saying like, if those people had a good time, and it was like a really great relationship, who are you to be like, no, that's weird and wrong, motherfucker? You're alone. You're just alone.
But you know what it is? You know what people's excuse is they're like, you're taking advantage of that person. Well, you're taking advantage
Mhm.
when it's like a relationship is most of the time, and especially when you see people that are mismatched or things that maybe don't make sense to you, which a lot of people who are close to relationships like that have seen,
Mhm.
it's an exchange.
Yeah.
This person's staying there for a reason because they get
Mhm.
something out of it.
Mhm.
Insert thing they get. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And vice versa. Like
Yeah.
that's just how that goes. Now, whether or not it's as obvious as an 18-year-old with an 80-year-old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah. That's extreme, but you get my point.
that's what I mean. But
Yeah.
how about how funny would it be like if everyone just knew everybody's thing that they took advantage of? It's like you're only with that motherfucker because of his social security check. It's like
Yeah.
it happens.
But if
But people
like,
do that all the time.
but at the end of the relationship, if the woman is like, yeah, I know he was old as fuck, but I had a great time with him. He taught me a lot. Those are like great years. Who are you to
Yeah,
say no? He took advantage of it.
but hold on though. Has there been besides this, like, has there been any like bad thing about Dane Cook where it's like,
No,
God, this guy's such a yeah, I don't think so. He
no.
doesn't
There's
like give
no
those
woman has ever complained
vibes.
about this guy. So like,
Yeah.
what
So
I
what
the way I look at
what?
it is he hit 45. He had probably had a fucking mental breakdown because he was still single, and he fell in love with a little girl. But the little girl's still there 5 years later.
She is not
So
a little girl, she is 18. See,
I know
that's
you
the
get what
thing.
you get what I'm saying.
I
You get what
get
I'm
what
saying.
you're saying, but see, that's the part where people get lost. That's why you can't
Yeah,
say shit like that, right?
I know. No, he fell
You
in love
gotta
with a young woman,
a young woman, yes, because she's a young woman.
and but it's working. It's 5 years in,
That's
and
what I mean. If it's 5 years in, you can't, people just can't be using stuff like groom
mhm.
every time
Now, yeah,
something is
like
like that.
it's working, and like
Now,
nobody says.
if he met her at a fucking acting camp when she was 14
Mhm.
and was doing some sort of like
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
over there
yeah.
and met her then, or her fucking mom introduced them at a something,
Well,
and
that was a rumor on Twitter that he met her at 15, and I looked it up to see proof. I can't find any proof that they met when she
even
was
if he
15.
did though, it can be just happenstance. It
Yeah,
doesn't always have to be. And now until we get some proof,
yeah.
until we get something else, then we're not really gonna know.
That's it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like you can't assume everything. Yeah, like I just assume, knowing from what I know about the guy, that he probably had a mental break at 45 and like I wanna be with somebody, and he probably can't relate to women his age because he's probably an idiot. And he can relate to an 18-year-old. So he started,
I mean, he doesn't even have kids though, right?
yeah, he has nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a young guy, not a young guy, but he's still a guy in the world. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? He doesn't
he
have
probably
like,
like, I can relate to this girl.
it's not like he's a family man,
But like
like he
there's
doesn't.
people on Twitter, and this is the thing that gets me, because I there's this dude on Twitter that like he's a wrestling fan, and he judges every fucking relationship that wrestlers have with women, and every guy is a creep.
Oh
And
wow.
I'm like, bro, but like if you're homo, if it's easy to judge people, and I'll speak for me, like even like 10 years ago, it's easy to judge relationships and people when you have no skin in the game. When you are
Yeah,
just home alone watching wrestling or watching fucking TV shows, or fucking you don't go out in the world, you don't talk to
yeah.
women, you don't try to date, you don't try to like get laid. It's easy to judge everyone else,
Mm-hmm.
because when you are out there, mistakes can be made, things can be misinterpreted. You might fall for someone that's sort of weird. It's sort of weird that you're into this person, but
Mm-hmm.
if you're not out there and you're not taking risks and you're not putting yourself out there, then in your mind, you would always do the right thing. Oh, I would never be attracted to anyone under 25, but you don't
True.
talk to anyone. So that's why you're
Right.
not, that's why.
Right. It is really silly when
Mhm.
you see some of the people that comment on stuff like this.
Yeah.
Whether or not we had internet, it would be like this in face to face. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Where you're like,
Mhm.
who the fuck are you to even talk? Like,
You don't know
what buns are you getting? You don't
Mhm.
even know what's up with that. Like, you don't know how the many ways that people can connect. Even people that you think would not have nothing to connect about,
Mhm.
people can still connect though.
I do this bit now. I go like, yo, I used to be friends with a lot of girls who had shitty boyfriends. They'd be like, oh, how could they treat you like that? How could they treat you like that? You deserve so much. How could they treat you like that? And then like I hooked up with one of them and I'm like, oh, that's how they treat you like that. Okay, now I get it. Now I understand. You actually that guy was a saint because you deserve way worse. You're crazy.
Yeah, you're a nutcase.
Yeah, it's like, so that's the thing. It's like, it's easy to judge on Twitter or on Facebook when you don't do anything, when you do nothing, when you don't talk to nobody, when you don't try to get. But once you're out there and you're trying to, like, I don't know, fucking get married or meet someone, you might find yourself, oh fuck, I'm 40, I'm attracted to a 22-year-old. What do I do? Well, you're gonna know how to do the right thing. You fucking said it on Twitter your whole fucking life that you know the right thing. So go ahead. No, you know.
Yeah, I think really
Mhm.
realistically it's like, hey, I started hooking up with this younger person.
Mhm.
I'm 40. I started hooking up with a 23-year-old. We keep hooking up. Maybe you guys work together, you guys have some sort of connection where you're around each other and you start having feelings for each other. Are you supposed to look at somebody and be like, hey, no, I'm in my
Yeah.
40s, get away from me?
Yeah,
Even though
that's
you're
what they say you're supposed to
and
do.
no
Yeah.
one's gonna do anything about it. Like, you got to get away from me because I'm taking advantage of you. Because that would be to say that every 20-year-old is so stupid they can't make their own decisions, so that they can't even choose to
Oh yes,
do
I love
anything
when
with you.
people go like, oh, 20-year-old women are still children, and I'm like, all right, but you literally just said that women that age can also make their own decisions. So can they make their own decisions or can they not? When can we make our own decision? When is a person smart enough to make their own fucking decision?
They're like, they can until they have sex.
Until Dane Cook shows up, and then
Or
they're incapable.
until 50-year-old Dane Cook shows up.
He starts doing his waka 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 bits, and he mesmerizes. Oh my god!
I don't know. I mean, it's like Dane Cook back in the day too. Like, come on now. It was Dane Cook. He was on fire.
Dude, like comics are
So
talking so
hot.
much. Comics are talking so much shit about Dane Cook. Dane Cook.
Why though? Everyone else does it. Didn't Jeffrey Ross's girlfriend be like
Oh
in
yeah,
her
nobody wants to talk about Jeff Ross, by the way, who fucking
Yeah,
has
didn't
like a
isn't
a basement full of kids or some shit. I don't know.
isn't Louis C.K. dating some young ass comic too?
I don't know. I don't know what Louis C.K. is doing right now in
I don't
terms of that.
know. But these guys definitely do that all day
Oh,
long.
but there's so many rumors about Jeff Ross, but ain't no one talking about him. But they want to. But
Like,
what Dane Cook did, like if you think back to 2003, 2004, when I started at Caroline's, there's no Facebook, there's no TikTok. People go
right.
MySpace. There was no fucking MySpace in 2003. This guy was selling out Caroline's on an email list.
Wow.
You can't watch his videos just based off his CD that you had to fucking buy physically and put in a CD player and email lists. This motherfucker was selling out Caroline's. Waiters were walking out with $600 to $700 a show because of this dude. No one could do that. No one, there's motherfuckers on TikTok that get 1 million views a day. They can't do that shit. But you're gonna like, oh, like what he did wasn't that fucking great. He wasn't that good.
Yeah, I hate when people try to discount him because it's like, come on now.
Come on, man. Like,
come on now. Dane Cook started that whole like, comic
he,
on the internet.
He didn't have a sitcom.
As far as putting asses in the seats,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
He didn't have a sitcom. He didn't have a fucking movie. That all came later. But he already proved himself before the movies and shit. He didn't have anything. All he had was a CD and a fucking email list in 2002, 2003, and he was selling, I mean, to the rafters. And these people were young.
Yeah.
Young people going out to spend
He was doing
money.
that hustle grind footwork for sure. Like making sure to make make noise for himself and fucking get that fan base.
But everyone's gonna talk shit, and it's like you could never do that. You could never do
Dane Cook here on this Disney podcast. We are fans. We are supporters until we hear that you've done something wrong that we can't support. Dane Cook, we are here in your corner until you burn that corner down and we have to step away from you.
Look, Dane, I get it. You went through something at 45. You're still going through it. It's okay. It's all good. Just promise me if you have a
Hey,
kid,
Dane.
you don't like fucking try to take it away from its mother when she cheats on you with her fucking trainer. Okay, just fucking
Right. Just keep it chill.
just make sure that there's
Hey, Dane,
mutual
never
custody.
change. Never change, Dane.
Never change. And although stop with the plastic surgery. Motherfucker got. Do you see his face?
No, let me Google it right now.
This guy got. Go to his Instagram. The plastic surgery this motherfucker got. I'm like, dude, you didn't need to do that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I would have said to him, have you considered tattoos? Because that's way better for you than the surgery.
Oh, I'm seeing the. Ooh,
She
nice
does.
ring.
I know you're
Wow,
looking at.
that's a
Yeah, you're
nice
looking at.
ring.
But look at he made a recent video where he's like really his face is like right in the camera.
Oh my goodness.
The one it's the second thing. Yeah, his eyebrows are really. He's starting to look like a middle-aged
Like Simon Cowell.
Yeah, it's like, bro, enough with the plastic surgery. Enough, please. Dane, don't do it. Don't do it no more, Dane. Come on, Dane. You're better than this,
See, this is
Dane.
what I was talking about. I hate, man, is my face gonna do this? I hate when you get old, this face just gets so big.
Well, he did it to
Oh
himself.
man.
I'm telling you, if he didn't have surgery,
Why
he
do you
looks
think that?
what?
No, he had a big face. So then when you get old, you just get this big face.
Yeah, because then because if you keep scrolling, he has like his old face, like his regular face from like 2002, and it's like, oh, it's way better proportioned.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's definitely had like an eye lift.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
Oh,
shit.
he's got those good all pearly whites.
He didn't need to do that shit. I would have told him, dude, just get a tattoo. Get a tattoo of Gary Goldman or something. I don't know. Get a tattoo of your dog. Get a tattoo of MySpace. Do something. Something from back in the day.
Get a tattoo of MySpace.
Get Tom from MySpace
Yeah,
tattooed.
his lady is so little. Like her face is just so little next to his big old face.
I know. That's the thing too. I'll say this: when I'm 50, and I hope this doesn't come to pass, but we're 9 years away, so who knows? Anything can happen. But if I'm 50 and I'm marrying a 21, 22-year-old, I'm not gonna post about it because I think the posting about is what gets people annoyed. Because when you show your old ass face next to this young little girl who looks like she's still like trying to figure out math, people like,
oh man,
she's little.
Yeah, man. I mean, God bless them. You know what? God bless them.
Yeah, but because like I'm not ever gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna do that. Because
she's a singer.
Yeah, she's gonna be blowing somebody. I'm telling you, it's gonna
You know,
end bad.
she's a singer. She said, some of you may or may not know what my main love has always been singing.
She's gonna be singing to the cops in a few years.
Oh, she said this is a cover of one of my favorite songs, Raw and Real. Okay, I saved that. I will be listening to that after this. Oh, her body's insane.
Good or bad?
Great. Are you kidding me? She looks like a child gymnast. She looks like a fucking greyhound. She is like very lean, very whatever.
Yeah, one of my friends put it best. A lot of them, because a lot of male
muscle.
comics are giving him hate. They're like, they wish they could fuck a 23-year-old that looks like that. That's why they're mad. That's not because they're so fucking moral.
Yeah, of course they are. She looks amazing. She's gorgeous. Oh yeah.
You know, if half these motherfuckers, if this girl came up to them after a show, was like, "I think you're so funny. Can we get a drink?" They would fucking run to the bar.
Oh my God, yeah. Come on. All right. Okay, Dane Cook. God bless you.
Listen, dude, but can I tell you, in 2000, you weren't there yet. You were still in high school, I think, in 2000, right? In 2003?
Yeah.
Okay.
I graduated in 04. Yeah,
there was like 350 women that looked like that. A show. 6 shows a weekend, and he kept it in his pants. So let him get this one, is all I'm gonna say. He got one. Let him enjoy himself.
Let him enjoy himself.
Let him enjoy. He fucking all through his 30s. He sat in that green room.
You know what? If people that are complaining about Dane Cook and his lovely fiance's engagement these are people that clearly didn't have to watch all of the Pirates movies. I think it's all about perspective.
All about
And
perspective.
you know what? Anytime that you find yourself mad at someone minding their business and living their life
Watch the Pirates film.
legally, watch all of the Pirates films that have ever been made, and then tell me how you feel about your life. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to be living with an attitude of gratitude.
Mhm.
And I just think like there's not enough people are grateful, and that's why there's a lot of hateration in the dance series.
Watch those
Cool.
5 movies.
Watch
And then
those
really
5
think about the
movies.
fact that they want to give Johnny Depp $200 million
Yeah,
to make
y'all
another
worried
one.
about the wrong things. The
Yeah.
wrong things. Y'all are
You
worried
will
about the
you will fucking protest. I want to. If they give Johnny Depp 200 million, I may start a
Get
BLM
off
movement.
Johnny Depp and get off Dane Cook and get on the fact that they're about to make another Pirates film right under your noses.
Yeah.
Wake up, people.
If I have to sit through another scene of Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom being explained why they have to go over here to get a thingamabooby, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I can't look at any more of their Bret Michaels headscarves. I can't do it. I won't.
So what do you think? This was the best one?
Yes, hands down. Just for like as far as like special effects,
Mm-hmm.
cool things that they did with like the underwater shit
Mm-hmm.
and ways that people like died. As far as like the stabbings, this was the best villain. This was the best ending because it was the most beautiful. It held the most weight,
Mm-hmm.
and just as long as all those movies had to be made, this was the best one for having ended it and just tying up some of those loose ends while giving us new loose ends to, I guess, just fuck right off with.
And the worst one I think, and I think you'll agree, is the third one. What a piece of shit.
Yeah, what a living, breathing POS.
That was so long. That
was hard.
Felt like torture. That felt like Disney wanted to teach us a lesson. And that lesson is...
It was personal. It was for sure personal.
Yeah, it was like aggressively bad.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, good on you, Disney. Please stop. We're going to ask you next.
Please stop with the pirates.
Please stop. And I hope that, I hope you stop.
I hope we never see another one.
I hope this Halloween that any Jack Sparrow outfits don't just straight trigger me.
They might trigger me.
Right.
This was rough, dude. Dude, this felt longer than when I watched all 57 Disney animated films. Like this felt like a longer trek. These 5 movies,
for sure.
Than watching like movies from 1938 to 2019. That felt shorter than this. That felt shorter and like more fun than.
For sure, it was longer.
This was long. Guys, next week though, we're starting a new season, a new journey. We're gonna watch all the Alien. Well, not you, Pina, but all the Alien and Predator films as they came out. Alien from '79 is the first one. It's a Disney film now because they bought the rights, so it's a Disney.
Wow.
Whatever Disney buys, it's a Disney film.
That's right, Disney.
So they own Alien and Predator. Kevin Gootz will be my guest to discuss Alien next week. Bina, is there anything you want to promote before we fucking ship off with Johnny Depp?
See me in always follow me online at freaking Jerican. See me in the Asheville, North Carolina Comedy Festival, August 12th and 13th. And I'll be in Atlanta at the, I think, Laughing Skull Comedy Festival in October. And I'll be around LA. Y'all already know.
Yo. Oh, I got my learner's permit.
Oh, shit. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations.
We're a step closer to me. If I want to go over to LA, I'm a step closer now. I'm going to sign up for lessons next week.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I just got to go Monday and get my picture taken and shoot the DMV.
Go, Ray. Get to it.
Things are about to change.
Oh, shit, he going to be driving.
They don't know. Tell Dane Cook to watch out.
No.
Guys, if you like this podcast, please, we have an archive. We've done all the Pirates film, all Disney films. And now we're about to do Alien vs. Predator. Follow me, Ray Gootz, on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. That's the hot shit. And also follow the podcast on Instagram, Gootz Disney Pod, for all the latest episodes. And subscribe. Please subscribe. And thank you so much for being part of the Pirates journey. Christina, thank you for enduring this hell.
Thank you.
And I'm going to see you guys next week with Kevin Gootz for Alien. See you then. Bye, bitch.